The latest Overwatch Director's Take blog talks about the state of Juno, the Clash mode, and the balancing changes for the mid-season update. Let's have a look. A new Director's Take blog was just posted on the official Overwatch website. And this time around it was written by the lead gameplay designer, Alec Dawson. And Alec tackled 3 topics: state of Juno, the state of the Clash mode, and he looked ahead to some of the balancing changes that they are going to do in the Season 12 Midseason Patch. But let's start with Juno. Overall, they are pretty happy with the way that Juno is working out. Alex shared that they had been working on Juno, prototyping her, since the start of 2023, and that she went through a lot of changes. He added that right up till the end, they were pretty worried about that auto lock on the torpedoes, that they are glad to see that it turned out just fine. She currently is on the safe side of strong, which is where they wanted her to be. Juno definitely did not replace Lucio, something a lot of Lucio players were worried about, and that is because they bring different values on different types of maps. Juno, for instance, is stronger on escort and hybrid maps, better with tight corners, while Lucio on the other hand shines in Flashpoint and in Control where there's a lot more open spaces. For now they want to see how things settle, mature, how they evolve, before they do any other changes, but Alec does foresee a future for the OWCS where we'll see a lot of Juno, paired with Anna or Brigitte. We'll see. Next up was Clash, the new game mode that they added in Season 12. It is a game mode that was designed to be fast, chaotic, very intense, very little downtime and very little travel time. In other words, you're not spending more time running than fighting. But it turns out they overdid it a little bit. It is pretty easy to get stomped in Clash. Even if you were in control or winning in the first half of the game, you can still lose pretty fast. Snowballing definitely is an issue. Now, while the changes that they did between the tests back in April and the actual release in Season 12 did help, it seems that this mode still needs a little work. So they're going to do some improvements according to 4 priorities. In order, they want to decrease the amount of stomps. They want to incentivize attackers to attack that final point even more than they already did. It seems that that still is a problem. They want to increase the overall fairness of the game mode, and they want to do all of that while keeping the mode clear and understandable. That last one is one that bothered me when they released the game mode at the start of the season. Especially that changed it to the last capture point, where they divided the capture point in 3 segments and the attackers can get a point for every segment that they capture. Now, I do understand why they did this exactly, but it also makes it a little more complicated and confusing for more casual or new players. Now, the advantage is that you do not need to understand it to actually execute it, but I've seen a lot of players being very confused on why they won their match. And while we're talking about confused new players, there's still plenty of people that do not know which point they need to capture. It's kind of awkward. But maybe I just need to stop playing at 2 in the morning. Usually my teammates at that hour are pretty if you catch my drift. In any case, it's good to know that they are aware of that issue and that they need to keep that in check. That they might be on the brink of making it into a huge mess. Now, Alec did not go into detail of what these changes are going to be exactly, but he did mention that we can expect some of them in the mid-season patch for Season 12, and that the bigger part of the tweaks will be happening at the start of Season 13, which is going to be somewhere at the end of October. Now, while we're talking about the mid-season patch for Season 12, at the end of the blog, Alec confirmed that it is dropping on September 17th, and that it will include the Warcraft Anniversary collaboration. Now, in that patch, they're of course going to be doing some balancing changes, and they will be focused on the survivability of tanks. After that big update in Season 11, some of them have become a little hard to punish, according to Alec, and he pointed at D.Va specifically, but she's not going to be the only one that is going to be addressed in that update. In general, they want to push back slightly on the power of armor and some of the defensive passive abilities of some of the tanks. Again, that's about all we know, no further details, but we'll find out soon enough. At the end of the blog, Alec talked about what is coming after that mid-season update. What is going to be their next focus? Well, they are currently experimenting with reducing the effectiveness of certain hero counters, such as beam damage against a certain subset of tanks. I think we all know who he is talking about. And besides that, they're testing changes to Sombra's stealth duration. So that sounds like Sombra's stealth may get a timer again. And of course, there will be more. I can imagine that some players are going to be very happy with everything that Alex said. But again, we did not get a lot of detailed information, which makes a lot of sense for a director's take. But as I said, we'll find out soon enough. But what do you think? Are they addressing the correct issues? Let me know in the comments. For now, however, that was it. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons that could not make these videos without you guys. You have my eternal gratitude. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out this video. Click it. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.